Oh my god, Rage Against what? You made a bad show. You are a bland wooden actress in this show. It has nothing to do with your gender. It has nothing to do with your race. You are just not very skilled at the job that you are doing. You're giving your haters so much ammo that they're never going to agree with you or your product now because you are not coming from a reasonable standpoint. And this is the problem with politics at the moment. This is the problem with Hollywood, Disney, and Star Wars being so far left, so isolated from what the rest of the world thinks, that you're pushing people away. Oh, Amandla, what have you been up to? I know I'm a little late to the party, but I've heard so many things about this video, I had to see what bits of it were true for myself. Now, I've heard that this video is quite controversial, and before I even start watching it, if it is indeed controversial and is in any way attacking a fan base, like the Star Wars fan base, then all I will say is this is a terrible, terrible PR move. Fans are going to be fans. Sometimes you're going to have quote-unquote toxic fans. You're going to have unhappy fans if you have a poor product. Your job is to accept the criticism and do better, not respond like a little hurt child and attack the fan base. Your job is to sell the product, and if you alienate your fan base and doing a video attacking them, you're not going to sell very many more products. Do you see how that works? So I don't know if Disney approved this or anything, but if they did, oh my goodness, how could you? Like I said, I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm just talking about the things that I've heard. Maybe some of the things that I've heard have been blown out of proportion. So let's have a little listen. It sounds a little bit like Star Wars, honestly. Like some sort of villain coming in. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. This this is the image that I saw that made me want to watch the video and go, what's actually going on? For one, the angle of this shot for me, it's not the best. It's very over-sexualized. Bear in mind, Star Wars has been going in a direction that it's more a family show and stuff. And if Star Wars fans saw this, I don't know who you're trying to appeal to with this sort of dance. The dance, it's a bit funny, but the angle of the shot, what were you thinking? Is it to say, like, you're above the people you're about to talk about? And I heard the word discourse, so I presume that's sort of like the title / chorus of the song. Oh my. Okay, you're going viral on Twitter again. Yeah, you're always going to go viral on Twitter. You're a main actress in a show, but it's not so much you. It's the show, overall the show. But by you doing this, you're going to bring hate towards you. But let's just carry on listening. Wasn't that interview from 2018 something about white people crying? Sorry, I'm just a bit speechless on this already. What are you doing? Oh, where do I start with this? Already, it's seeming very political. Stay out of politics, especially while you're the main actress in a show, a series that is continuing. It's still ongoing. It's not good at the moment. But you are making this so much worse by doing political statements midway through while your show's being aired. This is a way to alienate part of your audience. Okay, I was kind of agreeing with some of what she's saying. Bear in mind, I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I'm trying to see both sides with this. With the previous lines where she's saying that people cut and spew things, I agree. There's a lot of phony media sites out there that put things like Star Wars something or Star Wars is being racist or whatever it is. And it might not actually be true. Or they might say, main actress from The Acolyte says this, and it's not actually true. That's not exactly what they said. So I do agree that some people do weaponize these things. There is definitely a hate within the media. It's almost like sense in blood, isn't it? Blood in the water, I think, is the saying. And as soon as you get that blood in the water, the sharks start to come out. Okay, weaponize everything we do. I would kind of agree that people do try and weaponize everything that they do. However, you do the exact same. Look at what you're doing now. You are literally as bad as these people. These people trying to weaponize everything you say and do. Why are you giving them ammo? Why are you giving them the fuel to hate you even more? To hate your show even more? It's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. It's brilliant. No, it's just dumb. Why would you do this? This does not help you at all. This makes it worse. Be different if you made a music video parody in it and being like, lol, look at what they're trying to do. What idiots. Sort of. That would be kind of better. But this is just... You're giving your haters so much ammo that they're never going to agree with you or your product now because you are not coming from a reasonable standpoint. And this is the problem with politics at the moment. This is the problem with Hollywood, Disney, and Star Wars being so far left, so isolated from what the rest of the world thinks, that you're pushing people away. I've said in previous videos before that I'm personally left-wing in politics. That means being a bit more sort of left-wing, a bit more liberal, a bit more open and progressive to other things, not so much conservative. I'm not saying being conservative is a bad thing, but I'm just telling you where I stand. And even for me, this is too far. It's too much. There doesn't have to be extremes. Try and be reasonable and it will help a lot. But this is just adding so much fuel to the fire. Again, hold on to anything that they can use. And you make a video. You make a video giving them so much more ammo. What are you doing? Ironic, isn't it? Irony. You're literally doing the thing that you're telling. Okay. Okay. Relying on misinformation, like I said, I think there is a lot of misinformation out there. I agree with that. But then you don't have the truth? What was the exact line? You're afraid of the truth. What is the truth that people are afraid of? And using language like, you are afraid of the truth, it's attacking people. Like I said, you're alienating fan base. I don't really like The Acolyte at all. Nothing to do with you as an actress. Nothing to do with your diverse cast. It's just not well written. It's not a good show. So what truth am I or other people afraid of? That's what I want to know. What truth? Oh, hang on. We are so bored, don't F-wit your discourse. I'm not the best with slang. What does she mean? Don't F with your discourse? Is it your? Oh, so you're so bored and you don't want to F with it. Okay. So what? So you're so bored with all the controversy. I'm bored with the controversy. I want to be making positive Star Wars videos. But lately there's just nothing positive left. You're taking it all away. And this video, what you are making, is making everything worse. So much worse. You're bored with the discourse, but you're making more. So ironic. It's like the people who talk about peace and then cause war. I just have no words. I just have no words. None. I can't really comment on this. I don't understand why you picked this angle. It's so bad. Sorry? Did she just say, keep an eye out for you silly racists? Oh my god. Oh my god. What is wrong with you? So, the reason you have a 17% score, has it gone down even more? Maybe it's 14 now. Hang on, I need to look. Let's click on it and have a look. It's 14% at the moment. So, the reason you have such a low score is because, what is it? 86% of your audience. 86% of your audience is racist.
Brilliant.
Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you? Okay, the power of community. I think we've got the power of community here, and it's against you. Not falling for your clickbait. There is clickbait out there. I do agree with that. I agree with this. The attacking the media, the actual reporting of all those fake articles that are out there, and the spin on so many of these cheap internet news providers. It's not about the truth. It's about spin, and it's what will play well. What's going to get me clicks? What's going to get people on the website? That's what they want. And I do agree with that. The people are tired, but of you and your woke ideology. The kids don't trust anything that they view. Surely they trust the things that they view, hence the misinformation. If they didn't trust what they viewed, then this wouldn't be a problem. Okay, the future's coming, it's always the youth. So what you're saying is you're the youth, and everyone who's older than you, how old are you? She's 25 years old. Okay, so I'm not that much older than you, Amandla. And the youth's coming? What do you mean? Do you think that 86% of your audience is all above 25? I think the youth don't like you and don't like Star Wars, and you're driving people away from the franchise. I just have nothing to commentate on in the chorus. Oh my god.
Fucking tired of suppressing my rage.
Oh my god. Rage against what? You made a bad show. You are a bland wooden actress in this show. It has nothing to do with your gender. It has nothing to do with your race. You are just not very skilled at the job that you are doing. 400 years of taking the bullshit. Oh my god. So this is going a lot deeper than just Star Wars at this point. So we need to remember that as well. They're talking about their whole race and their whole heritage. And I think it's very different in America to the UK. So I'm from the UK, so I can't really comment on this because the whole racism thing in America is very, very different to here in the UK. You've got to remember the UK is a lot smaller than the US. So it's very different.
Compartmentalism my ancestors had to encase. If you don't confront the pain that you live with, you don't manifest as addiction.
Can I just ask, with these problems that you're talking about, because I see this sometimes with mixed race actresses. I believe she's got a very, very white dad. So just to be clear, her dad is white, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to Google that just to double check. Oh my god, he is the whitest guy I've ever seen. Oh my god. Right, her dad is whiter than me. Okay, so you haven't had to endure any real hardships, I would say, in your life, in your privileged lifestyle. Much more privileged than my lifestyle. But anyway, let's keep going. Was that her just climbing a fence? Is it different in the US? Are you allowed to... Hang on. Is that a sign that says, like, private property? Are you allowed? Yeah, I think that says something about do not cross. Well, here in the UK, that would be illegal to be, like, jumping a fence. I don't know. Tell me, is it like that in the US? Why even do that? I don't understand why you're doing that. Are you trying to say that you're trying to break the cage that you're in? The privileged Hollywood cage that you live in? The millionaire that you are? The the white dad that you have. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. I do actually want to look at the lyrics. Okay, so there's a few lyrics that I just want to go over at the end here. Ones that I just want to talk about a little bit more, since some of them are just either very ironic or just kind of silly. Some of them I do agree with, like propaganda they spew. I agree there's lots of bad propaganda out there against Disney and against the Acolyte that over-dramatize the wokeness. However, you spread your own propaganda in your own shows. And there is a big hypocrisy in that. And we'll talk about the ethics and money as well at this point. So the propaganda they spew, all your ethics for money and views. I believe that Disney do things where they want to get into the Chinese market and stuff, and they take away gay scenes. So they take away any scenes of anything like that so it can appeal to the Chinese audience. Is that not giving up your ethics for money and views? Isn't it putting these things directly in the middle of your show, like Basil the tracker talking about his pronouns? Isn't that propaganda that you're spewing onto other people? So I feel like there's so much hypocrisy in this, just in those two lines. And I'm not saying directly with the actress here for the money and views. Maybe they believe in their ideology and they're going to stick to it. But the company you work for doesn't. The company you work for changes their ethics when it suits them for money and views, because that's what corporations do. So don't blame the fan base when the company that you work for does exactly the same. Try to weaponize everything that we do. Yes, but then again, I feel like you do the same back to the fan base. So it's a war. You're literally at odds with your fan base. You don't want that. You want to try and understand your fan base. You actually want to empathize. You say empathy in your song. I say empathy. Have a little bit of empathy for your fan base that you are coming into, your director and your writer is coming into, and they don't know anything about Star Wars. They don't understand Star Wars. They want to break the law of Star Wars. They obviously don't understand the fan base. And bear in mind, if you understand the law, you understand the fan base, you're a fan of Star Wars, and you create something, people are going to like it. And then all of a sudden, all this racism, feminism, sexism, it all goes away. Because no one's talking about the politics, because you've written a good product that matches your fan base. It's like someone at the store trying to sell you something that you just don't want. And them going, well, you're a terrible person. You're a terrible customer for not wanting this. It's like I'm saying, here, have this milk. And you go, no, I don't need any milk, thank you. No, you've got to take it or you're racist. What? No, I don't want the milk. I don't need it at the moment. It's the same thing with your show. It's a terrible show. Or I drink the milk and go, this tastes a little bit sour. Oh, you must be racist. No, I just don't like the product. Anyway, the next one is you're afraid of the truth. I don't know what truth you're talking about. I think you're afraid of the truth. You hide behind politics. You hide behind part of your race, as you are mixed raced. You hide behind part of your race, the heritage that is convenient for the politics that you're doing, rather than embrace the truth that you're part of a very terrible show and you need to do better. You silly racists. It's always this. I pulled the race card because you don't like my product. Stop weaponizing racism. There is several forms of racism in the world at the moment. We still haven't got over it. And every time you use it as a weapon when it's not actually happening is a problem. Power of community. We've got the power of community. We've got the power of the Star Wars community, and it is bludgeoning your show. So you're talking about the power of community. Yes, the power of community is against you, not with you. It's absolutely destroying your show because you are so out of touch with the rest of the world. 400 years of taking your bullshit. I didn't know she was 400 years old, but what BS have you taken? You have a white dad. You are a millionaire. You live in Hollywood. Anyway, if you like this video or this crazy music video. I can't believe they did this, by the way. I can't believe they did this. But if you like it, then hit that like button. And if you enjoy this sort of content, then there's also a button for that. You can subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. I've been the Grand Moff, and you may fire when ready.